Woo! Got some throat. Woo!
My Lord have mercy.
Put your seatbelt on, because I have some stuff.
There it goes. Yep.
Jesus, help me.
Well, hey, welcome to the Behind the Harvest podcast. My name is Joshua, lead pastor of Harvest Church in Conway, South Carolina. We are hoping that you are having a great day and enjoy this podcast. We talk about culture, politics, theology, all types of things. So just track with us. And we're glad that wherever you're at and whenever you're watching, that you have made us a part of your day.
My name is Chase. I'm the worship pastor here at Harvest. Thank you for watching and listening. Wherever you're watching or listening from, we're excited to share some things that maybe you don't know.
My name is Kayla. I'm the utility infielder, so I have several jobs within the context of ministry. Today, I get to sit back, relax, drink a sweet tea, and watch two very good friends of mine have an existential crisis while they eat hot wings. How are we feeling about this, boys?
I'm feeling like I'm nervous, and I don't do well in the heat already. So,
Are you more nervous for the questions or the hot wings?
the questions.
Joshua, how about you? How do you handle heat?
Well, I handle heat fine. I'm just need everybody to understand that this first podcast actually has no tie to our mission or purpose.
Nothing at all.
We just thought it would be a lot of fun to kick it off this way. And so we're about to find out if this is actually a good idea or not.
We're really suffering for the cause of ministry today. This is really...
We're putting on our cross.
We are picking up the cross and carrying it.
For context, this was technically my idea. I was told not to reveal any questions ahead of time, nor taste the hot sauces. My God, Sarah, please don't let me get fired.
Yes.
Are we ready to taste our first hot wing?
We're ready.
Your employment will be under review after this.
That's
Just letting
technically
you
a
know.
volunteer position. But okay. First sauce is going to be jalapeno pepper sauce.
Okay.
It's a 1 out of 5. It's good for tacos. For context as well, I'm too cheap to buy the hot ones sauces, so I bought the Melinda's, which I'm pretty sure you can get at your average Kohl's or TJ Maxx during Christmas time.
Awesome.
So, you know,
Would make a great gift for someone.
All right. We're diving in.
we're diving in.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I'll give you a minute to eat them.
Oh,
Feel it out for a second.
I love a flat.
What did you say before we started recording about flats?
It's ironic that the worship leader would get the flat wings. Is that
This
wing
is pretty-
flat?
This is actually pretty good.
This is not that bad.
Okay, so question number
tasty.
1 is for both of you.
Wings courtesy of Food Lion, by the way. Excellent job. Food Lion on 701 North South.
They have them real early in the morning.
Sponsor us.
No, I got them yesterday. And air fried them today.
Oh, air fried. Not sponsored. Many people in the church know of you, but don't know you. They know your name, what you look like.
And,
How about just share your basic demographic information?
what do you mean?
What does that mean?
Who are you? Where are you from? How old are you?
Like 5'11" and a half.
Social security
193.
number?
Like, yeah.
Credit card information?
You don't want that, I promise.
Ain't nothing in that.
They're not getting far with it. I'm Joshua, 42 years old, born in Atlanta. Been pastor for like almost over 10 years. And have a wife, Sarah, 3 boys. Go Dogs. There you go.
Roll Tide.
Okay.
I'm not quite done with my wing. but,
Bandwagon.
my name is Chase. I'm 23. And
You have to think about that for a second.
I did because I turned 24 in a couple weeks. So I'm never quite sure of my
Getting
age.
so old.
I know. Really getting up there. These youngins today. I feel so old all the time. No, I'm 23. I've been doing ministry kind of my whole life in music. I'm married to Allison, and we have 2 girls, and we have a dog,
What's your dog's name?
Oscar.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a wiener dog, and he's very little, and he's got little short legs. He's real irritating, but I love him.
Irritating.
And our girls
Irritating.
are Lydia. She's our oldest. She's 3, and Julia Rhodey. That's what we call her, Rhodey. She's our youngest. She's 7 months.
Lovely. Before we move on to our next wing and our next question, I would
to
like,
finish it.
so I may or may not have gone into the Instagram archives,
You wrong for that.
and I had to go way back. But I would like an explanation of these photos. Joshua, I'll let you go first. The caption, this is from September 18th, 2018.
That's why y'all gotta archive your stuff. I'm telling you.
The
You gotta get rid of
caption-
some of that old stuff.
The caption says, "This is what it looks like when you celebrate 9/18/2018 twice on two different sides of the earth.
Yes.
Can it be 9/19/2018 already?"
Absolutely. I can explain that picture. It's going to sound very spiritual. That's because Sarah and I were on a mission trip coming back from Asia. And so we left at 9/18. And then by the time we flew and landed into Los Angeles, LAX, it was still 9/18, like 13 and a half hours later. So we were pretty much ready for 9/18 to be over with because
Amen.
we were exhausted.
I've never been to Asia. I imagine it's
You
exhausting.
will celebrate a day twice.
Awesome.
I hope it's a good day then.
Chase,
What?
this one is from September 29th, 2017.
I already know what picture it is.
The caption is, "Russell came home from a long week of trucking, so he and Charlene could go see their Tigers play. Hashtag
How did you get this?
Hillbilly
Is
Night."
that still on my Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. I was still in high school and we had Hillbilly Night at the football game. And
Still in high school in 2019.
that was 2017.
2017.
I graduated in 2019. Yeah, so that's what that was. Hillbilly Night at the football game.
Whose dog is
That was one of
Was.
my family's dog. It was.
cute? Look at you, look like a baby.
I know, a child, truly.
Okay. Are you ready for wing number 2?
Absolutely. Which one is this one?
My heart is in my stomach.
Extra hot pepper sauce. Oh, original habanero, right?
We have a dog that's joining the.
We're going up on the heat scale. It is a flagship sauce with a little extra habanero punch.
Okay, can we eat now?
Let's see. First one wasn't bad at all.
It's your everyday hot sauce.
Got more of a kick. Woo! That was in my throat.
Y'all's lips are turning a little red.
Pa, 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 pa.
Ooh, definitely more of a kick. Yeah, that hit you.
That's
That hit you
got
fast.
That's got some pepper.
And we're only on wing 2. I'm so excited for this.
Jesus. help me.
Also, I was too cheap to print out my questions, so I'm reading from my phone in
Okay,
case
fine.
anybody was wondering. Okay, this question is for both of you.
You got any ranch?
I'm fresh out of ranch, bud. I got you some ice cream and milk, though.
That's not the same.
For reference, Chase is lactose intolerant. Okay, this is
Pretty
for,
good, though.
this
I will
is for
say that
both
sauce
of
is
you.
good. Little kick.
Who,
Let's get used to it.
whoever wants to jump in first.
Okay. I'm
right.
still eating this
You
one. I'm still
are
eating.
locked in a room with 3 people, but you feel safe. Who are they?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Sarah.
Ooh, God. Are points deducted if I drink something?
No.
Okay.
There is no point scale.
Okay. I was
Oh,
like,
going for you get 3 options. You
have
go
to-
for the sweet tea.
3 people.
Yep.
I feel safe.
that cuts the heat.
Sarah. I mean, this is, and then my friends Kendig and Mike,
And who are Kendig and Mike?
like my best friends since like 7th grade and 8th grade. I'd feel completely safe and have a riot. So I'm good with that.
Chase, how about you?
Okay.
Did you take a sip already?
Yeah. Got to cleanse the palate for the next wing.
No, now it's cleansing the palate. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be ready for the next one. So, I would say Allison.
Because if you didn't, you would be destroyed.
Exactly. Then I would really be unsafe. And God, this is really burning me up. Gosh, Lord have mercy.
Success.
Okay, I would say Allison. I'm like literally shaking. And feel safe. 3 other people, right? So like I make number 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Like four, like there was a 4th man in the fire.
Oh, hey, glory. I would say Allison, and I feel safe. Who am I choosing? Chad Mackey. And who else? Luke Arant, because he would have all the financial smarts And if there needed to be like a ransom, he could work that out. If like we were locked in this room and somebody wouldn't let us out, he could work it out.
Need to be a ransom.
If there was, you never know. People
Nobody
are
picks the
crazy.
psychologist.
No, because at that point we're already all gone crazy, so there's no turning back. You lock me in a room, I'm
Honestly,
done.
I get claustrophobic, so it probably wouldn't be a good idea. Okay, it was spicy, but you sure did finish that wing.
Oh, girl. It was good.
I so appreciate. Like some people,
Them wings. Is
when they do
cooked
these
right.
challenges, they'll do like the SpongeBob episode where they're like this.
Yeah, no, we just going all in.
We
Going
eating
all in.
today.
It's gonna be a-
Oh, it is on my lips though.
Okay, wing
That's the way
number
of the dogs.
3.
Out of here.
Are we ready? This is Chipotle pepper sauce.
Yeah.
3 out of 5 on the heat scale.
Oh.
It has got a sultry flavor.
Sultry.
It's good for tacos, marinades, and barbecue sauces.
We about to find out. We might be getting to the one bite wing section.
Heavenly sunrise.
And not S-U-N, it's S-O-N.
Amen.
Sunrise.
Good flavor.
Yeah. Oh, it's mixing with them ones like those that have gone before. It's mixing with those. It's hot.
It's got like the kick afterward, right? It's not initial.
You can taste the flavor first.
Yep.
Oh snap!
Yep.
Okay, I'm splitting the questions here, so they're 2 separate questions. So y'all are
Like
gonna have
splitting hairs.
Yeah, y'all are gonna be suffering for a little bit. Chase, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'm still eating this wing.
Okay, I'll let
I
Josh.
gotta go next.
I'll
I'm a
let
slow
Joshua
eater.
go first.
Thank
I'll go first every single one because it's going to take Chase forever to eat this wing.
Joshua, you've lived in several places throughout your
Yes.
life. You've visited several places.
Yes.
Been out of the country.
Yes.
What is the best and worst place you've ever visited? Or lived?
Conway. I'm playing them stuff.
The worst place that I've ever visited was New Orleans, Louisiana. Literally the armpit of America. So if you are watching from New Orleans or you've lived in Louisiana, I'm really sorry, but that's just my honest answer. It smells, it's dirty, and a true story. I was in a store looking at some things to maybe buy to take home, some souvenirs. And literally a 9-year-old boy comes in, holes in his shirt, has a knife, and starts talking to another kid about who they're going to go and beat up and destroy. And I'm like, yeah, this just isn't my jam. Plus it's hot, humid. Beignets are great, but no. Best place that I've ever visited has to be Edinburgh, Scotland.
I so
International.
appreciate that scarf y'all brought me back.
Majestic, clean, beautiful, historic, great people. I mean, I don't really know what else you want me to say.
Rains every day.
Rain makes things grow.
Sarah, did it rain while we were there? Yes, it did. It rained snow while it also thundered and lightninged all at the same time.
Chase, you could really pick it
Great.
and preach it. You could.
great.
You could.
You know me. I'm always looking for a good word.
Now I do have to put in another word for something though. I got to add I got a 1A and I got a 1B.
Say something.
And
Give me
this
points.
this is gonna be weird to people that I say this, but Boston, Massachusetts would be my 1B. Love it. Great food,
Boston.
great atmosphere, fantastic city, historical, walk everywhere. Love it. There you go.
You
How
ready?
you doing, Chase?
I'm okay.
You good?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm here. My
So
lips might be a little.
you grew up traveling with your family, singing with your family. Was it just you, mom and dad,
For the most part.
for the most part?
When Allison and I, we had a friend of mine that traveled with us and sang for a little while, and then when Allison and I started dating, she kind of needed to sit down for her own life, that she had things to do, and so Allison by proxy started traveling and singing with us. So
So you've probably had several experiences in several churches,
many.
big churches, small churches.
Here we go.
What is
Here we go.
the best and worst experience you've ever had within that time?
I don't know how to say some of these without being really specific, and
Just go for
I
it.
really wish I'd had time to really think on this. This is not necessarily a worst time, but sort of an
2
embarrassing
Sundays
time.
ago at Harvest.
Yeah. No, I was coming down off the stage to go around to the piano to play.
How old were you at this time?
I was probably like 17, 18. And the steps were really close together, and I slid right down those steps and made a fool of myself in front of this church packed full of people. So that I don't know that that's necessarily the worst time, but off the top of my head, probably the best time. I don't know if you mean like service. I don't know what you mean.
That's up to your interpretation.
This is going to sound really, really ridiculous, but we used to go sing at this church quite often. We'd go like maybe once a year, once every year and a half or so. And they had like a side door that had a ramp to go down. It was like indoors, and then there was another door that went out, and they had wheelchairs. So like while we were packing up and nobody else was in the church, I would be like rolling around the aisle in a wheelchair just for some kind of entertainment. It was hilarious.
Were you doing the foot shuffle?
No, actually, sometimes there's a guy that go with us just to help us load in and out or whatever, and he would like push me. It was hilarious. It was great. I hope maybe we shouldn't talk about that on here. We were super spiritual.
I think we should talk about it.
No, I do remember one time when I was really, really young, and it was like a Saturday. We had to go sing somewhere on like a Saturday night. It rained so hard. I mean, and we were trying to get stuff in and out. And you know what's so ironic? The name of the church was Rains Free Will Baptist Church, and it was pouring rain. It's hilarious. I wish I had a funnier story, but I just really don't right now. I would have to think about it. See me after this, and I'll tell you the more.
We're going to stop recording, and you're going to be like, man.
I know. And Allison probably has funnier stories. She can remember stuff funnier than I can.
How we feel? Spicy?
I've cooled off.
Okay. You ready for your next one?
No.
Which one is this one?
My tongue is a little numb.
What are we on, number 4?
Red Savina.
Let's see.
Let's go.
Red Savina, 4 out of 5 on the hot scale. It's for adding a chili forward burst of heat to all your foods.
Great.
It's fiery, fruity, and distinct. Our Lady in Red with intense heat and flavor.
Okay, so we can go now.
We can go now.
So again, the heat's not right off the bat. But there it goes. There it goes.
Insert dramatic music here.
Honestly,
It's really not that bad right
I
now.
know. I'm like, is there like a surprise that's going to hit you in like 10 minutes?
Like a lady in red.
Is leadership harder than what you're doing right now? Eating spicy wings.
Absolutely. This is a breeze.
So
There are days.
Are you going to ask a follow-up?
There are
I
days.
am going to ask a follow-up. And
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
It's the same question for both of you.
There it goes. Yep.
A lot of times
Oh, yeah.
in ministry, how you feeling?
You feeling it?
Oh, yeah.
Feeling it?
Yeah.
Feeling it.
lot of times
There it goes.
in
Back of my throat.
ministry,
Oh, yeah.
you're in front of people a lot. You're
God. Jesus, help it. Sorry, that one hit me.
you're
that
around
one hit me
people
like that.
a lot.
That's how the Holy Spirit hits you too.
Please,
sometimes.
and
Put
I
you
would
on the
love to.
spot.
I would actually love to share mine as well after you two fight through this because it just happened about a month ago.
Oh.
I would like to know your most embarrassing ministry moment.
Well, mine happened not too long ago. Where I'm preaching and I see my wife laughing.
Oh,
And I see Mitchell laughing.
this was a.
And I see them texting. And I see everybody else laughing. And come to find out, my zipper had come undone in the middle of the sermon.
And it was down.
It was
It was like down, not like halfway.
No.
It was just.
It was down.
now that, and another one that I can remember is I made fun of the crowd for not knowing what
Oh.
heirloom is. And I absolutely
This was also a
mispronounced the whole thing as
Heirloom?
heirloom.
What is the other thing you mispronounced?
At
just-
least something every
I just
single
said
Sunday.
that a heirloom was where they made wigs. And Allison thought that was funny, and I felt like I had
There was
accomplished
another
something
word you vastly mispronounced, and I thought
every
it was.
week. I'm from Georgia.
It gave me Medea vibes. I can't remember what it
Organic.
was. Organic. That was it.
He did say organic, and it was very Tyler Perry of you.
Listen, you can either. My philosophy is this: you can either blend in with the crowd or stand out. All right.
Somebody put that on a
here we go.
t-shirt.
Whoo, come on, somebody.
So the way you can stand out is just mispronounce words, and then people remember it. See, y'all remember it. Nobody else gonna remember nothing from that sermon, except for heirloom
Well, we talked about organic, I think,
or my
at lunch.
zipper being down.
We didn't talk about it. We just said it. That was so
I'm gonna tell you
organic.
what, man. This just keeps burning, and like the longer it goes, it just goes down your chest.
It ain't left
It's
my
burning
tongue
now.
yet.
Now it's burning down in here.
Acid
My nose is
reflux.
starting to run.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. But I will say, I still hadn't drank no water.
Oh, I know an embarrassing moment. Oh God, I don't want to relive it. Sorry, it just hit me. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
So 2 Easters ago, we were singing a song, and I went to hit the last note, and my voice was really, really tired. And the last note was like alive, and it was like just like that, and I couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop it. I was so thankful everybody else was singing too. I was like, I hope that was hidden, and I just walked off all defeated, and I was just like, you know what? It happened
On Easter.
on Easter Sunday. But you know what? The grave has been defeated
He got up.
because he got up.
Make a joyful noise until.
And all ye lands.
I'm going to tell mine, even though I'm not participating in this hot sauce stuff,
I'm using more sweet
because
tea.
I feel like it just needs to be said. So a few weeks ago, and I blame Sarah Sorrows for this 100%. Thank you,
Needs to be
Sarah.
said.
It must be said.
I have been saying, hey, we need new coffee cups because these coffee cups that are bought are just a little questionable. So Chase has
Sus.
the
They cannot be
tendency-
trusted.
Sus.
They're sus, yes.
Thank you.
No cap.
We do not put our trust in coffee cups.
Chase has the tendency to change songs on the fly. I have no problem
I've
with that.
never done that before in my life. I don't know what you were talking about.
I am sitting
I'm
in
always
service
well
next to my
prepared.
parents, and I have a cup of coffee because my routine is lead worship, go to the bathroom, go get a cup of coffee, enjoy the sermon. And I'm sitting there, and I get a text comes
Carolina
through,
joy.
and I see it on my watch, and I got to pull my phone out of my pocket because Chase has decided to change the last song.
There's always a reason.
I took my coffee cup and put it in between my knees to go grab. And then all of a sudden, the bottom of the coffee cup fell out. And instead of going on the floor, it went in the chair.
Yep.
And it wasn't just a
remember
little dab. It wasn't a little dab.
No, it was a spot.
It wasn't even a spot. It was
No,
a tsunami.
Yep.
It was a washing.
It was yes. And next thing I know, the part of my legs in which I sit was covered in coffee. And as soon as I stood up, it was time for me to go on stage. And I had to do the backward shuffle to get on stage because it literally looked like I wet myself.
I'm still kind of feeling the last one in the chest.
Okay,
My tongue is tingling.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's
It's going to help my allergies.
It is. I've already been opened up.
here's what we're gonna do because y'all,
It's opened up
y'all
my
have
sinuses.
not had any dairy products. Okay, I'm gonna make y'all take a milk break.
No, he's had dairy product.
He
I'm
had
good.
no
I'm
dairy.
good.
Did you
I'm
drink
good.
any milk?
I drank a sip of milk because I'm free and 23.
So
23. Nobody likes you when you're 23.
milk break. Show the most recent note in your notes app or forfeit your milk for the rest of this episode.
Oh, easy. Got it.
What is it?
It's a book idea that I got yesterday when doing an interview. The 5 love languages for church planning.
Oh,
Are you assertive? Are you the peacemaker? Are you the numbers person? Are you the leader follower? Are you the visionary? Boom. Done. There you go.
my God.
You thought you were going to catch me?
Mine is also so spiritual. It is a to-do list for today. It is a list of things that I needed to remember to bring here for this recording today, and then a list of things I need to do, including laundry. So
Are you like a once a week laundry guy?
I am this is embarrassing. I'm actually trying to play catch up right now because it got a little out of hand, but we're getting there. I wish I was so on top of things, but I spend most of my time away from my home, unfortunately.
So you just go there to sleep.
We're there to sleep and eat most meals. Yeah.
Are you ready for your next wing?
Yeah, Ghost Pepper, right?
And I feel judgment
Ghost
already
Pepper?
from the
Yes,
people
it is
listening
Ghost Pepper.
about my
It
laundry
is-
habits.
Pardon me, because I was born and raised in Conway.
Oh, Lord.
But Jolokia.
Okay, we don't know what that means or whatever, or even what you're trying to say.
But Jolokia.
It's BHUTJOLOKIA. Interpret that how you will.
Okay, well,
This is gonna be awful.
Scary good heat and addictive flavor for everything serious chili heads eat. It is a 5 out of 5 on the hot scale.
Here we go. Let's do this. You ready?
That one was crunchy.
definitely got some heat on the front end of that.
I feel like so Sarah prepared these. I feel like she went a little easy on the sauce. You think so?
Well, she wants us to live.
Oh, Joshua.
You go right ahead. You go and be great.
Adding an extra.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so
I got a pretty good coat in the sauce.
I have separate questions for both of you.
Okay.
Anybody want to volunteer to go first? Joshua, you good?
I got to finish my flap.
I'm great. That's actually not that bad, y'all.
Really not. That's not too bad.
The last one was worse.
I agree.
Unless something's about to, unless it's coming.
It's not going to hit us till like we're mid question.
It's election season. Got an election coming up.
I didn't know that.
We're,
Oh, here it comes.
It's election year?
Here it comes.
we're in a political series right now.
Whoa, it's coming.
And in future podcast episodes, we're probably going to tackle this to a point. But church and state. I would like to know
Lord have mercy.
the craziest mesh you've heard of mixing political and religious beliefs.
Oh, girl. Put your seatbelt on because I have some stories.
You can jump in on this one too if you
Let
want.
me finish my. I want to hear him first.
The craziest mesh that's not biblical but is like cultural.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm sorry.
I think probably, I don't know that it's a specific.
No one's getting me.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming for sure. I'm starting to get a little tears, but
In all things.
probably I don't even know if it's an idea, but maybe the presumption that like the blessings reserved for Israel are also reserved for America and not the church. Right? Does that make sense? So like God's promises for Israel, what we know from what Paul writes in Romans is that the church has been grafted in, but the church is global,
Right.
not just in one nation.
All right.
So I think that's probably, I don't know if that's the craziest. I mean, there's probably some things that are maybe a little bit more crazier than that, but I would maybe tend to think at a high level that might be it. That does not mean that God hasn't had blessings for America, that America hasn't prospered. It just, I think sometimes people think, oh, well, maybe the same blessings for Israel are also the same as a nation. And like in the Old Testament, Israel was God's chosen people. As you move into the New Testament, God established the church, and we are global, right? All tongues, tribes, and nations. So that's what I would say.
That was the hint and the heat that I'm experiencing right now.
Are you experiencing the heat?
I'm experiencing some heat. I'm coming out as pure gold, though, let me tell you.
Now, I got a different question for you, but do you want to add to that?
No, I think
Oh man,
what he said, the kind of like Americanization of the gospel is hard to, it's not just for one kind of people.
yeah. Again, it's here.
He's talking about the sauce again. I didn't know where he was
Talk about
going.
this sauce.
It is. It's a heart problem. It is.
really is.
And I'm having palpitations. So let's move on.
Anyway,
Okay, here's your actual question.
Okay.
If you were running for president,
oh yes.
what would your campaign look like, and would you have a slogan?
You want time to think?
I don't know what my slogan would be because I don't want to make anyone mad. So I could never just be in direct opposition to the other side, whatever I was running for.
Mine
that too
would
much?
be, my slogan would be, you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need.
Ooh, glory.
That would be my theme song.
That would be very difficult to put on a laminated paper, like poster.
Yeah, but people would remember it. And then I would say, and then I would go everywhere. I
Well,
would
the
go
short
all-
version for the yard signs can be get what you need.
Yeah, get what you need.
Get what you need from-
Look at Chase. But then
Felt
I would go everywhere. I'd go to the cities. I'd go to the places people didn't go. I'd go
Absolutely.
on all these podcasts and social media platforms, rallies, all over the place. Go
Jesus,
everywhere.
Jesus went to the places people didn't go.
Yeah, that's true.
He sure did.
That's a
didn't he?
word. All right, boys. We got one more.
Scorpion.
Jesus, keep me near the cross.
Scorpion pepper sauce. Treacherous, bold, intense,
That's the word. Treacherous.
savage heat.
Treacherous.
For use in small doses and dashes.
Oh, we got a whole wing covered in it.
So that for that description is the reason we put Scorpion last, because in the box Scorpion was next to last.
Yes.
Yes.
And that was not bad enough to be
But
like.
that said treacherous and small doses.
But I have a stipulation before we get to
I
our,
remember what you said.
before we get to our actual question.
Yeah.
I need you to answer this or eat a wing with extra pepper sauce on it.
All right, ask the question first, because I'm already thinking about doing something stupid, but that's okay.
Do you want yours first or do you want yours
I
first?
want mine first.
'Kay.
He's been taking it forever to finish his wings.
You've pastored several churches
Oh, God.
and visited several.
I'm out. I'm
Name
leaving.
a church in the area you would never recommend anyone visit.
Eat that wing, son. Eat the wing. Eat the wing. Eat the wing.
Do this.
Eat the
Do it
wing.
now. Give me answering that question.
Kayla, why you gotta ask something like that?
All right. Is this good, Kayla? Got that dab? That scorpion?
Sarah, Dennis, what do you think?
That is perfectly fine.
Yo.
That is perfectly fine.
All right, Chase.
Oh, I just got another pepper from the ghost pepper.
Oh, it hit you, didn't it?
Right when I'm about to take this. Do I eat this now?
No, wait.
I
Chase.
have to wait for my...
You've heard several people sing, especially leading worship.
Right.
Name the worst singer you've ever heard.
Put,
Oh,
put
I-
that on there. You can't be slanderous. Paul said, put away all slander and malice.
Oh, there it goes. Jesus.
Eat away, boys.
You wrong for asking them questions. I just want you to know.
Listen, one of these days, you're going to be in my seat, and I'm going to be eating the wings. So
And
you
one
can
of
get me
these
back.
days, Jesus is coming back, and I'm not so sure you're going with me.
I am saved and covered by the blood.
That's got a right nice flavor on the front end. No, I don't know what it's gonna be like in a couple minutes.
I flavored pretty good.
They do got some flavor.
I'm just waiting for that heat to kick in.
It's warming up.
Okay, final question.
There it goes.
That wasn't the last question.
No, I do have one more. I want you
There it
both.
goes.
I want you both to share your testimony.
Woo! My Lord have mercy.
I might cry, Caleb.
Here we go.
I might cry. I'm talking about the testimony.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's why it's small doses. Just wait. Oh, you still going? Mm-hmm. All right, Chase.
Preach or something. Do the testimony.
Ooh, my Lord have mercy. Woo! All right. So I knew a guy named Stephen Curtis Chapman, not the Stephen Curtis Chapman. He's the educational pastor at the First Baptist Church of Forest Park. Lord have mercy. In Forest Park, Georgia, but I ain't drinking nothing. I'm just telling right now.
Call me a drinker because I'm drinking.
And he and I had this relationship. I was a shy kid, so I didn't like going to youth on Sunday mornings. Oh, gosh.
Got him.
Oh my gosh! See, I told you, Mr. Dennis. I told you I'd laugh at this. This would make me laugh. That's how sick I am. I'm in pain, but I'm laughing. So basically, he started sharing the gospel with me because I didn't like to go to youth group, and he would sit there with me while the people would practice. My mom played the organ, and one day he's like, "Hey, can I come to the house?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he shared with me this story at the house. He came and shared this story with me about the sun kingdom and the moon kingdom. and how the moon kingdom and the sun kingdom, I've told this story before in church, but they wanted each other to come see each other's kingdom. So the sun took the moon, and they were like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful and it's amazing. And took the moon through his whole kingdom, and the moon's like, oh, you got to come see me, see mine. So he brings him in, and the moon's like, see how dark and cold it's going to be. And so he takes him into the kingdom, realizes the moon says, oh, it's not that dark and cold. And then he takes him a little bit further. Oh, it's still not that dark and cold. Takes him to the deepest, darkest place of his kingdom. Whoa. And you're not feeling it?
Yeah. I'm trying to be quiet.
And he realized, man, it's not dark and cold at all. And he said, that's what having Jesus is like. You can be in the darkest and coldest place, but you always will have hope and joy and sunlight with Jesus. And so he shared that with me. And a couple of days later, I knelt and prayed beside my bed to receive the Lord and was baptized a couple weeks later. And that's testimony. Boom.
How old were you?
I was, that was 1996, so 14 years old.
That's the year I was born.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about you, Chase?
Oh, a little fun fact, by the way, just for people in college football land, he was actually a Georgia Tech fan. So a Georgia Tech fan led a Georgia person.
Wow. God is real, ain't
he? So that's proof that God does exist and that he's powerful.
He's a miracle working God.
In Jesus' name.
So you've been sitting there for a minute.
Yes.
How you feel?
I'm fine.
You got to breathe in the air. So, doesn't that feel good? Mm-hmm.
Yes. Breathe in God's holy oxygen. I'm like, let me stop. Okay. You want me to say this now?
Yeah. What is your testimony?
Well, I got saved when I was 6 in July of 2007. So I know some of you already had whole lives by then. But I was very young. I remember it was a Sunday night, and I remember sitting on the front seat of the church. We were in a little church. Piney Grove Baptist Church is where we went at the time. And I remember kneeling with our pastor and I think my parents, and them leading me to the Lord. And always felt like I had this connection to the Lord. You know, I felt as an only child, and I know Josh is also an only child, so he can probably...
Me too.
Limited edition.
We're all only...
Limited editions.
Oh, that's what the name of this podcast really should have been called.
Limited editions.
Limited editions. But as an only child, you're around adults a lot.
My parents
and
didn't handle
so
another one of me.
you kind of looking back, you're like, wait, I probably knew a lot more mature things. Nothing bad, but like I understood the more in-depth things at an earlier age. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all can relate, but
Your maturity level was higher.
yeah, because I mean, you're around adults a lot, you know, and maybe that's where my old soul comes from. But when probably around the time I started high school, I looking back, I noticed where I was drifting, and I was very involved in like things at school. I had friends that I have no doubt cared about me and loved me, but I was the minority as a Christian in that friend group, and nothing against them, and I love them, and I don't even talk to most of them now, but early high school, like I was the minority in that friend group because, you know, I was in church 3-4 times a week and they were not. So a lot of the things that was normal for them was not normal for me. And so probably around the time I was 18, I was realizing that I really wasn't in a good place with the Lord. And I remember being in church. It was a Friday night, and I was 19, and I remember feeling like, God, I'm really out of touch with you, and almost feeling lost, you know, but knowing that you've had this experience with the Lord, but also that, you know, if he came back tonight, I don't want to meet him with some of this stuff in my heart, you know. So I think it was December 13th, and I kind of went from just being saved to making him the Lord of my life. And I could see, it felt like I could see different. I could hear different. It was so weird. I can't explain it. But and I had no idea what God was preparing me for to walk through in just the next month and the next year, because that was 2019, March of 2020. You know, everybody faced the repercussions of COVID and the shutdowns and everything. And knowing that I was going to need to have a really personal relationship with the Lord in order to walk through something so tough, because we lost jobs. You know, we were out of work, and we were, there was a lot of times where we were wondering, are we going to be able to pay bills, or are we going to eat? You know, and the Lord took care of us, I have no doubt. But, so that's kind of the long or the short of my testimony.
Cool.
Not that I think necessarily that I was twice saved, because I don't necessarily believe that. I mean, in that, but
I was baptized twice. So.
But so was I. You know, so yeah, that's kind of my.
Cool.
It's great.
Y'all feel okay?
I feel good now. There was a moment.
I don't know. I'm still recovering.
You
There
look
was a
little,
moment.
a little sweaty, just a little bit.
But I feel good now. No, I feel good now. There was a moment, though, I was like, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. But
Would you recommend Melinda's hot sauces?
yeah, they're very good.
She real good at making hot sauces.
Yeah, they're very good.
Melinda, don't nobody tell you don't know how to make no hot sauce. Because
True. Girl,
you made
got
this.
it. You got it.
Melinda.
Yeah. So, no, it's good. Recommend Melinda's hot sauce.
Absolutely.
Recommend Food Line. Come sponsor us. It'd be awesome.
Yes.
And,
Food Line's wings were excellent, cooked to perfection.
But we certainly appreciate you joining us here on the Behind the Harvest podcast. Next week, we'll probably get into something maybe a little bit more meaty, weighty. But we wanted to kick it off with this. We hope you had a good time.
This is probably the meatiest that we've had on the
but we ate the
podcast.
whole wings now.
We did. Look at that.
It's fantastic.
That
I feel like I didn't torture you enough.
That's excellent.
I need to get the actual hot ones.
Next time we're going to do more
probably
torture.
shouldn't.
But thanks so much for checking us out. Check us out, harvest.247 on all the socials and harvest247.org for some more content. Also, check us out on all the ways that you can listen to podcasts. That'll be up there as well for the audio version. Until next time, we'll see you.